Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, Science Minister Naledi Pandor says pilot plants are on the way for platinum and titanium value addition. Data shows that gold has rewarded the state and shareholders equally over 60 years. And workers' union AMCU is still a wild card as platinum producers and mining unions consider collective bargaining. Science and Technology Minister Naledi Pandor has revealed that pilot plants are on the way for both platinum and titanium beneficiation.
The parties have agreed to co-fund a pilot plant and to upscale it into a fully fledged manufacturing plant. I made the point, we're not merely beneficiating in order to carry out the activity, we intend to build new industries.
South Africa's gold tax formula has rewarded the state and mine shareholders in equal measure, reveals data covering a period of 60 years. South African gold mining figures from 1951 to 2011 show that the government has received the same percentage of gold mining revenue in tax as investors have received in dividends.
We've got 60 years of data which shows that if you take the gold industry in South Africa as a single entity, then about 67% of revenue is allocated to costs. Historically, up to 50% of that could have gone to paying wages, and there would have been an element of PAYE, i.e. the government would have received tax back. About 15% would have gone to capital expenditure. From a tax point of view, over those 60 years, the government has received direct tax of about just over 7% of the revenue was paid back to the government, and the shareholder, the one that everyone is nailing at the moment, would also have received, by way of dividends, about 7%. The government have received the same on a direct basis, and if you look at the linkages through the working costs, they have received far more.
Chamber of Mines Senior Executive of Employment Relations, Dr. Elise Strydom, says there are strong indications that the platinum industry will move away from the 50% plus one agreement employed by the sector's mining companies.
In fact, about 2 weeks ago, the Ministers of Labour and the Minister of Mineral Resources met with the CEOs of the platinum companies and asked them would they be prepared to at least explore the possibility of centralized engagement going forward, and they gave a positive response to that. Subsequently, I, together with the DDG of the Department of Labour, Mr. Les Keteldas, were asked to pursue this centralized engagement. So we have already also had discussions with the NUM. We've had discussions with Solidarity and with UASA. They're all in favour of exploring this going forward. At this stage, Les and myself are trying to get hold of AMCU to see if we can also get them on board to explore centralised engagements going forward. But it's been problematic in the sense that they've been very involved in the Lonmin process, and we just didn't seem to be able to get them to shift their focus a little bit to more than just Lonmin, but to the whole of platinum. But we're still trying to get hold of them and to test with them this possibility.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged on to miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.